What's up, people? It's Malcolm here with the fleet. Today we're gonna talk about this BMW i3. It got stolen again, but I was able to recover this car. Now I am just cleaning it up because the guy who had it had dogs in here, so I got dog hair I gotta get out of there. The dog's pretty much shat on the mats in the back, so I gotta clean that up. It's dog food all in here that I gotta get out. This one was a wild story, man. This guy rented this car. He said that he was gonna use it for DoorDash. And I'm like, why'd you tell me that? Because with these tour rentals, you're not allowed to use the car for commercial purposes. So I told him that much and sent him the link to the prohibited uses section at Turo. Basically instructed him to not use the car for DoorDash. It was only a one-day booking, so I was expecting the car to come back the next day. But to my surprise, he extended the rental for the next day. Complained about the price at the same time, but still extended it. He said that he couldn't make his money on DoorDash, and he was behind because we had a tornado here, and the tornado wiped out power to everywhere. So with no power, it was no deliveries and no orders he could do. All that was not my problem. I just wanted the car back. But my man decided not to bring the car back. Instead, he held on to it for another day and a half before I got to him. I pretty much disabled the car, hit it with the kill switch or whatever, so he couldn't move with it. And I'm like, just put the key back inside the lockbox. But this dude did not want to put the key back inside the lockbox. He was giving me every excuse in the book not to do it. At the same time, he was accusing me of having like recording devices inside the car, recording his conversation and stuff. And he went so far as to send me a picture of this part of my car, which is like the forward-facing collision sensor. I'm not sure if it's a camera in there or a radar, but it's basically there for the cruise control, because it has like adjustable cruise control where it won't hit the car in front of you. But the guy sent me pictures and screenshots of like different spy cameras and stuff and said that that was a spy camera. So he was wow. He said he was gonna sue me and sue Turo because we were like recording him without his knowledge. And I'm like, God, what are you doing? What are you talking about? It's literally on the car. This is not a spy recording situation. It's so you don't hit the car in front of you. So then he said he was gonna sue me because I took the car back from him. He said I stole the car from him. I'm like, you stole the car from me? What are you talking about? Ultimately, I did not end up getting the key to this car from that guy. So I'm buying a new one right now, and Turo's gonna reimburse me for the cost of that. But I'm just trying to get this one back up and running and get it back out to the next person. I gotta do a deep, thorough clean on it though, because again, he had the dogs in there and he was using it for DoorDash. So it's like food stains, pet stains, all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna vacuum it out real good. I got a couple things I'm gonna use to shampoo the carpets up real nice, get all the pet hair out of it. And this car will be back up and running, good to go. The only good thing out of it is that he didn't damage the car at all, which is wild because most people actually end up running out of charge or damaging the car in some way. But the car was undamaged. Dirty, but undamaged. So out of this whole thing, I ended up getting a lot of fees out of it. The key for this car is $600, so I'll get reimbursed at $600 from Turo. My guy got hit with an extra day of rental, which is like $50. An improper return fee, which is like another $50. The pet cleaning fee was $150. Yeah, it was like a bunch of fees that added up. So like over $400 on fees plus the $600 for the key. So it was about $1,000 I'm gonna get out of that. But I'm happy I got the car back, and it is still rentable. So obviously I got a spare key and I just ordered a new key, so I'll have another one. But my goal is to get this back out on the road into the next one. But for some reason, people love to steal this car. They never want to get his car back. And this is a 2014 BMW i3 base. This thing gets 72 miles per charge. You heard that right. 72 miles per charge. So it doesn't even go far. But I offer unlimited miles on this car simply because it can't go far. And it feels kind of messed up to charge people per mile when they can only go 72 miles. The charging infrastructure around here is kind of terrible too. So it can be hard to charge at times. But it's really the unlimited miles that really get people to book this car and ultimately end up trying to keep it all the time, because they're doing like DoorDash and stuff, unauthorized stuff like that with it, trying to make the daily money. But what they got to pay me for the daily on this get ate up. So I don't think there's a whole lot more money for them to make on any of these apps, but they tried anyway. But again, ultimately they end up just trying to not pay and keep the car. But good thing your boy got trackers on everything. I know where my stuff is at. We kill switching it. We doing all the things to it. Y'all wondering about the kill switch on this. Essentially, I got an interrupter going between the high voltage system and the low voltage system. So I can basically remove the fuse, essentially. And that'll stop the high voltage battery from communicating with the low voltage system. And when that happens, you can still access all the low voltage stuff, like the doors, windows, AC, and everything will work. But the traction battery is disconnected, so you can't go. You can't put the car in drive and take off with it. So it's like dead in the water. But that's pretty much it, man. This is just another day of people trying to steal my shit. But nothing is new about that. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're going to get this thing cleaned up and ready to go. While I'm waiting to charge it, I'm cleaning it up, but I got the Tesla over here charging up. Real nice. I like to use this charge point over here with the adapter instead of the supercharger. Even though this is only a 50 kilowatt charger, it'll charge up the car in an hour and 10 minutes. At the supercharger, it'll be an hour, or at the supercharger, it'll be 55 minutes. So I don't mind waiting a little extra time to charge it up, especially when this charger is like more than 60% less than the cost of the supercharger. So I'm messing with the charge point just because it's cheap. The only downside is that there is literally only one stall here. You got two handles. One is for a Nissan Leaf, and the other is CCS. But only one car can charge here at a time. So you got to make sure you get here for everybody else. Otherwise, you'll be waiting. So I got the i3 here. It's going to charge up next after I finish the Tesla. But that's it for today. I hope y'all like that story. I got plenty more where that came from. I'll talk to y'all later.